All right, good morning, everyone. This is Cari Sparks with Pioneer Title, your Arizona title gal. I can be reached at 602-715-5704. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. I have had a wonderful day, and it's just not even 10:30 yet. But I started my day with listening to some audio cassettes, or not cassettes, but just streaming on YouTube. And today was really examining what you want your final outcome to be of anything that you're doing in your life, whether it's health or weight loss or professional stuff. And it was just an interesting spin. And so if somebody wants to give a call to me and talk to me about this, I'd love to speak with you. My phone number again is 602-715-5704. I've been doing a series on door knocking, and this kind of feeds in about what your outcome is right into what Daniel's going to be talking about today in our final talk about door knocking. Daniel, can you introduce yourself, give your contact information, your licensing information?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Rabati again. My NMLS number is 189-2449, and I work for eMortgage Management. You can reach me at 480-331-4432. That's the best number to reach me, or you can go onto our webpage and look at me up on the website and be able to assist you there as well with all my contact information. And I'm very excited for today as well, Cari. Today is a great day. Always a good day when it's a brand new day. So I'm excited.
I am too. We're at month end right now, and
Mm-hmm.
the housing industry continues to be on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Our big issue is the lack of inventory that we have. And so finding sellers is definitely a hot topic. And this is the third in a series. And today we're going to talk about consistency, follow up, how to end the conversation. But I want to circle back real quick on when you're doing this, you really do want to look at what do you really want as the outcome and approach that every time you approach a door, any kind of conversation. And then I also want to circle back on just briefly touch on safety. My background is most of the people that are in my inner circle knows I actually have a background in law enforcement. And so safety, safety, safety first. If your gut is telling you something, listen to it, be safe, and there's safety in numbers. So with that being said, Daniel, just kind of turn it over to you with consistency, follow up, and how to end a conversation.
Right. So consistency is important. I mean, everybody's going to have their off days, and maybe you're under the weather a little bit, or maybe it just wasn't a good day. So you're not really, quite there. But for the most part, you definitely want to have that consistency, though. You want to be able to bring that same energy every door you go to. You want to make sure that you're consistent with the follow-ups, which we'll talk about later, and you want to make sure you're consistent with your approach. If you're in a neighborhood and everybody is so kind, and there's definitely neighborhoods here in Arizona where people just want to talk, and they're very kind people. You want to be consistent on the energy that you give back as well. So I mean, if they're telling you about dogs, if they breed, and I know I've had this experience before. This lady, she bred, I believe it was golden retrievers. They were so tiny, you wouldn't even think they were dogs. And I was with her, giving her the same energy that she was giving me, and it's very important to mimic that, and just be consistent with your pitch and your script as well, for sure.
I used to work with some realtors that how they also looked at consistency was the time of day. They had it identified that there was a better time of day, a better day of the week, but they were consistent. They also had it as part of their regular marketing plan that they would do door knocking X amount of minutes or an hour a day, and that consistency, creating the habit, and they did really well. They did really
Right.
well. And actually, I met a gentleman in my neighborhood just walking out my driveway, and it was a realtor. And I know that this is not a completely uncommon practice, but rather than the door knocking, he just drove neighborhoods and talked to people and rolled his car window down and asked questions about the neighborhood. And
Mm-hmm.
with it being as hot as it is this week, just even doing it from inside of the comfort of your vehicle, just driving and seeing who's out. Maybe the best time of the day might be early morning, or if it's trash day. In the case of when he found me outside, was when the trash cans are out. Maybe that's when you want to drive a neighborhood. But you wanted to talk next about follow up.
Right. Follow up is huge. So, leaving, that first impression is key, but also following up and letting them know that, hey, this is just not some form of gimmick. This is me. This is what you're going to get if you work with me. I'm going to be loyal. I'm going to be courteous. I'm going to be kind at all times, and I will follow up with you. And I think that's very key when you're trying to build a relationship off of, door knocking, especially is letting them know that you're always there for them and you're going to be there for them and you're going to have the same energy throughout the follow up, throughout doing actual business. So I think if they say, hey, let me speak to my wife, and you try to objectify that, and you're just not, maybe not just getting there, and then you really do at the end of it have to follow up. Um, hey, if you follow up, what's the worst that can happen? You're going to get the same answer that you got at the door, or best case scenario, you're going to get business. So following up is key. Having that notepad that we talked about earlier, having the pens is key. Writing down that key information you have from the presentation. When you also follow up later, you're going to know exactly what to say. You're going to have it already set in your mind, and you're going to be able to communicate a lot more, fluent. You want to be able to be like, hey, Chris, how are the kids again? Oh, yeah, the kids are great, right? I know you said that, your wife was with, games at soccer practice. How soccer, did they win? Did they win that, simulation, So it's all about the follow up for sure. If you're not able to land it right then and there, or maybe you were able to, land it then and there. Following up after business is also very key because you want retention as well. You want to be able to have the referrals from them, but you also want them to let them know that you're going to be there for them through all future cases. Maybe, who knows, maybe someone gets the lottery and they're like, hey, I want to buy some investment properties. And you're like, hey, I'm your guy. I helped you out the first time. Let me help you out the next couple of times. So very
So
key to have a good follow-up game.
one of the great times to do door knocking is when someone is getting ready for an open house or immediately following an open house. So if you've got extra flyers, maybe door knock around the area and say, I don't know if you were able to stop by, but these are some of the things. I mean, this is a property in your neighborhood. Just wanted to see if you would be interested in having a flyer and distributing those and letting people know that you are out there and you're willing to pound the pavement regardless of how hot it is right now.
Right.
And but you're there and you're present as well as on the setup to an open house. They call that a radius or a circle, whatever the number is that they want to target. But that's part of just the ground, laying the groundwork for the relationship and introducing yourself. So how would you suggest that people end a conversation with someone?
I always used to kind of let, the people I used to train on this, I used to let them know, like, you want to end on a smile. Last thing you want to do is just leave with a, okay, bye bye. You want to leave them happy because the last thing that they'll remember when they spoke with you is that they were happy. They had a good experience. Whether they're going to do business or not, they were happy. So I usually like to tell people you want to close out, make sure they have all the information, make sure you have all their information as well. If they were able to sign up with you or not, make some business then. Just being able to have like a phone number, maybe later on in the future, have an email so you can do double follow up calls or emails. You want to make sure that they're happy with that you came by and you gave the best that you can and you gave them all the information that they could ever want and they gave you information that you would love and it was a good I guess how kids would say today, a good vibe with having
Right.
talking, so I think it's very important though to just end on a smile and or maybe end on a laugh and hopefully you have all his information or her information and vice versa.
I love that. I
Hmm.
love it. That's fantastic. A lot of realtors have apps that they could also provide in closing on a conversation. Make sure that while I'm here today, if you do get interested, and share what their app is. There's some great lead generating applications right now that realtors have, and the only way to get those to work for them is to be sharing it with the public. So door knocking, sharing your app, giving information. I appreciated you coming and spending your time because I know, again, it's end of month. And Daniel, I know that you've been quite busy this month, which is fantastic. So I'd like to congratulate you. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
So any closing remarks, Dan?
Again, as the last video, if you want to know more, please feel free to reach out, message me on, Facebook, or email me, or text me, or call me. If you want me to go out there with you, I'm more than glad to show, people the ropes. I'm glad to share my knowledge. I have so much experience and a lot of great memories. I have more better memories than worse doing this, believe it or not. And I'm willing to show people how to have that happen, because I know not everybody's going to have the same situation. Having the right mindset, um, it really could be taught for this. And I can definitely show you how to have the mindset, because once you're happy doing it, you're going to love it, and it's going to be the best thing that ever happened to you. So you can definitely, again, reach out to me, whoever would love this, at 480-331-4432, or I'll have my contact information in the comments somewhere, so you can email me or anything.
I appreciate your energy and your expertise so much, Dan. So for everyone watching, thank you so much for your time. If you work with someone at Pioneer, thank you so much for your business. It's greatly appreciated. If you haven't worked with anyone at Pioneer for a while, give me a shout. I'm never too busy. I'm always open, whether it's phone, text, let's see, messenger, email, whatever it is that works for you. Just get a hold of me. My phone number is 602-715-5704. Just appreciate everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and continue on through your week. So thanks so much again.